We can speak to Fahad Masood, an aviation analyst and air accident investigator. He also served in the Pakistani Air Force. Fahad, you're in Muscat, Oman, but you've seen the pictures. The way the plane has come down, what does that indicate?
Well, the internet is full of information and possible hypotheses, and too early to say anything, but a few possible options. One is considered to be a bird hit scenario. It had flown through a multiple flock and was diverted to land at Aktau. This bird can have various effects on the aircraft. One, it can enter the flight deck through the windscreen. It can enter the engines or ingest into the propulsion system. Last but not the least is the airframe. If I see this correctly, the aircraft is in a right roll and is continuously going into the ground, maintaining that attitude. That directly indicates that there is a probable airframe malfunction. The birds have maybe gotten stuck in the right or the left aileron. Sad, but as news come through, we will be able to have further clarity how things have emerged in the end.
Okay, so you think more likely a technical issue rather than pilot error? Because even if a plane were to come into a cockpit and disable one of the pilots, there's another one, right?
Correct. Multi-crew, that has an effect, but if there is a flock of birds, something that happened with the Flight 1549 Miracle on the Hudson with Sully, both engines flamed out because of multiple Canadian geese that entered both the engines. So if there's a big flock, it can affect the complete flight deck. Both occupants on the cockpit or on the flight deck will have limited visibility. But with this limited visibility, they can still fly the airplane looking at the instrument panels inside. Hypothesis, once again, this is a probable case of airframe, the right or the left aileron getting stuck with birds, and then the right roll has been maintained till the aircraft has hit the ground.
Fahad, how does somebody survive? We're getting news of 6 survivors. The impact of that aircraft. How? What? Someone would get thrown out of the fuselage and survive that way?
Not really. The highest probability of survival of any air crash has always been by number in the rearmost component of the aircraft. And as you mentioned, and we've seen in the images and the videos, the aircraft fuselage has been broken into 2. So in my humble opinion, the success rate of survivors will be towards the rear part of the aircraft because there is lesser fuel and it breaks apart from the midsection of the fuselage the earliest. And the safest place to be is once again in the rearmost section of the aircraft.
Just finally, Fahad, tell us about this model, the Embraer 190.
It's considered to be one of the safest aircrafts in the sky right now. The Echo 190 AR advanced range came in 2005 by the company and has had a very safe track record till date, considered to be having the minimum possible in all regional and commercial aircraft that are flying in the sky right now. So nothing at play there, in my opinion.
Okay, we're obviously going to keep our viewers up to date with the news as it comes in, Fahad, but thanks very much for your professional expertise in trying to help us understand what's happened here with this tragedy in the city of Aktau as this Azerbaijani Airlines plane was trying to land in Kazakhstan.